for Quinton, I got to say this was probably one of his not so great showings when it comes to condition. When you compare this to Germany, it's like day and night. Why would that be a game changer in bodybuilding?
So for these guys, it actually helps them it helps them their body optimally, right? It starts working inside from insulin and all that, right? That's working automatic.
People are gonna say I'm out of my mind to put De Cruz above Derek or Andrew. They would say that they're just like my bias coach talking. And now when I talk about other people, I talk about Andrew, I'm not his coach, or Hadi, I'm not his coach, or Mike the Badass, I'm not his coach. And I give them superlatives and say, oh, you're out of your fucking mind.
Did you, I think Milos watched the show last week. I admit, I didn't watch it.
I mean, I didn't watch a live stream. I just watched all the videos.
Okay, yeah, I saw some of that stuff afterwards, but I wasn't even, when you texted me and asked me, I didn't even know who was winning.
That giant Russian dude.
Yeah, because Milos texted me and he told me basically. I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, so Jose, did you see it?
I saw probably what you saw, clips, comparisons.
Why don't we have Carter put something on from this past weekend? It's probably going to start with the first group, which was not the first call out, but we'll get to that. Let's see. Milos, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, going into the show, of course, it was Quinton's show to win. Second so many times in a row, biggest name here, best shape out there. You would think that he was a first favorite, but then again, he placed second. Here we're watching in the middle that French sensation, Stefan, right? That I mean, I even predicted he could have won the show because what I see on the Instagram is
Not
like
what you see on stage, right?
He didn't translate to stage exactly. We couldn't tell how big he really is.
Yeah.
And I guess he still needs to eat some more protein for a open division, right? He still needs to get bigger. Here is next to James Hollinshead and Tim Budisham. They're usually big guys. Now, I don't think James was as big as normally, so you can't really tell. How much size he's losing to this. Like, okay, that side tricep pose is like, try to look as flat as you can. I mean, he didn't turn at all. But I love the physique of Stefan. I forgot the last name, Matala or something. But he still needs a good old year, to improve in size.
Do you think it was? You think he should have stayed in classic?
No, I mean, listen, yeah, he qualified for Olympia in classic, but what does it mean? 60 guys qualify for Olympia, right? So would he really be competitive right there? I don't know.
If you compare now Mike Sommerfeld and then put Ramon Dino next to each other, I think that Ramon has very classic shape and he doesn't have that V-taper.
Exactly, but look, back double biceps is one of the weaknesses for Stefan. And you have just selected few poses in the classic. As classic as he looked, beautiful shape by all means. I think it was the right move to turn to open division like Urs did, and Urs back on so much size in a short time. I'm sure that Stefan could. I understand there was like some going on between him and Patrick Tuor. Like Patrick left him like a week before the show, stating that he is not really his definition of professional. So whatever that means, maybe I'm going to just say maybe he's like one of those genetically gifted people, right? That maybe doesn't think that they need to work hard like Boston Mass did back in the day, right? But I do have a one question for you, Dennis, and then obviously for Jose as well. You said that Flex Wheeler 1993 Arnold Classic for you is probably the best physique ever, right?
For me, yes.
Yeah. And how much did
I agree.
By the way, stop that call out so we can go over it after this question.
Yeah. How much did he weigh? Remember?
218.
217.
Yeah, 217 or 18. Yeah, that's it. And he's a 5'11.
Mhm.
So now, Stefan,
5'10", 5'10". You're not 5'11".
yeah, really, okay, 5'10". Yeah. Hey, listen, I was claiming I was 5'10" and a half, and he was a little bit taller than
Yeah.
me, but
I think he was a solid 5'10".
all right. But either way, I mean, what do you estimate Stefan was right here?
I
250.
He's short. He's short though.
But it's not so short, I'm telling you.
He
He's
looked like he was taller than James, which is
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
5'11".
I see him next to Andrew Jack, and
James is
Andrew
5'11".
didn't.
Oh, so this guy's a tall dude? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't. Why did I think that he was short? I don't know. Maybe it's because the legs from the rear just look like he's a short person.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, if he's like, what do you say, Jose? You think he is 250?
No.
Yeah, because James was 260
Yeah,
and he
Yeah, yeah.
looked,
No, 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 no. James was 260 at his heaviest, maybe, but no, 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 no. I don't think James was
I
260.
think James is like 253. His coach Chris said,
Normally.
yeah,
But I think this time he was way lighter than he usually is because it just his upper body didn't look. His upper body definitely was not bigger than Stefan, maybe even a little smaller.
yeah. So he was not in bad condition. He has that
Mhm.
super striated pecs and fibrotic shoulders and all this shit, right? So legs, quads were pretty good. From back, maybe he was not as tight. But when I compare Flex Filler to 1993, uh, 217 or 18 pounds, he looked, you know,
Yeah, but
open
you will not
division,
see that again,
I
Milos.
don't
This
classic champ.
he was a special person when it comes to bodybuilding. Nobody ever would have guessed his weight back then, because he still had probably the biggest arms in the show. It was just it's just created so much of an illusion that Flanks back then looked like he was in his 230s or 240s.
Possibly,
You know,
yeah.
and that was the best condition he'd ever been in.
100%.
yeah, yeah,
He
100%.
was striated everywhere.
yeah.
The
Milos,
separation in his arms, it
yeah,
made his arm look even bigger.
everywhere. His separation everywhere. Milos, when you were at the heaviest, how much did you weigh? The
Uh,
heaviest you stepped on stage.
255 British Grand Prix.
What was your best?
237, 97, National Champions Canada. 237. And I'm bony motherfucker. I'm like heavy. I
Yeah.
don't look as big as heavy as I actually am.
Uh,
You know,
So do
my
you, do you
bones
think do
take
you think if you would have kept your weight around 235 to 240, not more, you would have placed better?
no, because look, that's I was pleased with my 97. I did 12 shows in 97. I did every goddamn show. And I placed 10th at Olympia. 98, my wife gave a birth to my daughter. I lost actually the contract from Weider. He actually reduced it, and that was 98 season. Like I said, okay, if you want to stay relevant and competitive, put the size on. Then 99, I put the size on. I competed in every show 99 too, and I placed way better, bigger. I didn't
Mm,
like it. I
yeah.
really didn't like it. But I love my most muscular shot next to Kevin and Flex and Ronnie from British Grand Prix. And you know that, Dennis, that crab most muscular and just claps most muscular when you're super full and shit
Oh,
is
yeah.
going on. There's no better feeling.
You already feel like it's all tight before you even put your hands together. You just
Exactly. Exactly. You don't even have to squeeze hard.
Yeah. Let's play that clip real quick because I think that's the top four.
Yeah.
And we got Quinton, and then we got that Russian kid. Russian or Ukrainian? What was it?
Russian. Sergei, I think
Russian.
Danilov. Uh,
Yeah. So
to
he
the
just came
left
out of
is
nowhere, right?
sorry?
He just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah. I
bad
don't
for
think that he competed before. Left is Italian guy, Roberto, I forgot the last name. I
Mm,
actually trained him in the torture gym and legs and he puked all over the place. So the
mm.
owners were so pissed off at him. But I think he was very competitive. And then Hassan, you announced a week ago that he's not in shape. He's not going to be in
No,
shape.
no, he's not in shape. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, you called it. You called it. And
I mean,
especially.
listen, can you imagine if he would be super peeled? He would win this show easy.
He's got more muscle than anyone.
Yeah, maybe and maybe not easy, but he could easily win this show. Let's put it this way. I don't know if that made any more sense. But no, I knew he was off because when he posted his videos and you can see he's just not in shape. I don't know what this is. I don't know if he likes to eat or I just don't know. I don't know who's working with him, but somebody's not telling him the truth because I would have told him like 6 weeks out. I said, you need to drop the hammer. So, anyways, but for Quinton, I got to say this was probably one of his not so great showings when it comes to condition. When you compare this to Germany, it's like day and night, you know. And the Russian kid was in shape. He was
Yeah.
in shape.
Yeah.
He had the size to stand next to him. So that
Jose, how
was
you call it?
I think it's very close, but I saw some closer up footage of the guy, particularly from behind, is
Mhm.
where he won the show. The back double, rear lat spread, glutes, hamstrings. He looked a lot more ready for show day.
yeah.
You can't tell anything from this, but I did see some up close videos.
So
And
much more ready, but then again, when we judge the shape, right? And you know, going into the show, Quinton was like uh, pretty much sure to win. I mean, by the recognition, popularity, by status, by shape,
yeah,
uh, by everything he did. This is the fifth show of the year, and he was pretty much second every time. Maybe yeah, once he was third.
yeah,
Yeah, and
I feel
Russian
bad
guy,
for him.
he got the straight across the board, first place.
The
Yeah,
Russian kid.
it's
Yeah.
got to look a lot different in person. He's got that crazy dry look to him,
Hmm.
Mm.
which just negates everything else. Because I mean, his shape's not bad. It's not as good as Quinton, but he's close. He's got a good taper,
Hmm.
and he's big. His side leg is really impressive.
Did
Yeah,
he
actually, I've
did he
seen
ever
stuff.
compete before? Do we know him competing in any pro shows
I don't.
prior?
I don't
We
either.
don't. Oh, so nobody knew who he was. He just showed up and I said, I'm here, fuck it.
I, I was kind of talking to him on the Instagram before because I've seen the pictures. I gave,
Oh, so you already knew about this guy.
I knew, yeah, and when I've seen, I mean, week before the show, they were posting some pictures and giant Russian, and then I check him out and I liked it, and I realized he was contacting me before for online coaching, and then I just encouraged him and said, like, listen, you do have a physique to make it to the Olympia. I just didn't think this going to happen this soon.
So you,
Right?
so you slid into his DM and you told him he's going to make it to
Yeah,
the Olympics.
yeah, I have
And
the
you're surprised that he didn't, he didn't win.
prejudging. I really thought that, even though I agree with you, Dennis, that's not the best Quinton. But Quinton is never that far off to say, okay, he's not really in shape. He just doesn't have a hardness and density and striations, but pretty much same shape and pretty much a little bit more fuller, a little bit flatter.
Quinton, 2 weeks prior, would have won that show hands down.
Hands down.
Do
Yeah.
we
And
know who's judging?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this: the Quinton of 2 weeks prior in Germany was hands down. He would have won. He didn't even have to show up for the finals. That's how good he
Uh,
was.
yeah.
That we listen. We discussed that it could have went either way in Germany. I wouldn't have an issue, and that's me watching stuff back. I was on stage during the contest, so I didn't see. But watching it back, if they would have gave it to Quentin, I don't think anybody would have an issue.
Yeah. Well, the fans would because they're cheering for. But yeah, as a bodybuilding expert, if it went to Quinton, there would be no
Yeah.
issues. I actually see him winning after the prejudging. I said that I texted to many people, and then at the finals, I could see it was closer, but I don't know. I mean,
Did you guys see? I think it was an interview that Samson did with Fuad. Did you guys see that? Or you
I've seen
catch
those
a
two
glimpse of it?
very short when he talk about what
Competitive?
he has over
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
that part, right?
yeah, yeah. That's the part I saw. Yeah, yeah. That's a very interesting video where Fuad asked him literally about each competitor, what do you have over Derek, Nick, and Hadi, and so on and so forth. And he had an honest, to me, it sounded like this is really an honest, not arrogant,
Yeah,
but a confident answer why he's going to beat every single one of them. I kind of liked that. That was cool. And he had everything made sense, right?
Yeah.
everything was accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek doesn't have a upper body, lower body to match upper body. Legs are still behind, and he's shorter. And Nick just doesn't have a shape. He has so much muscle. Yeah. So, and Hadi also his front and back are not the same, and his shortest stature. I mean, big, tall, good bodybuilder, as Arnold said, should beat the, small, shorter.
This is what Arnold said. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is the way it should be.
It kinda it
But
matters, right? Okay,
uh,
so if you had a judge, Dennis, okay, and I know that Jose was 212 and a little bit shorter, so maybe he would naturally lean towards, hey, height means nothing, right? It should be just body. But if you judge 5'5" and 6'2", you
I
know,
would probably go for the shorter guy
you would go for a shorter?
because I would probably find more shorter guys with good proportions than a taller guy. If we take 106'2" and 105'6", I guarantee you from the 5'6"ers, we have at least 80% with great proportions. And with the tall guys, we'll probably find 10, they look fucking unbelievable, and the rest is off.
Yeah, but does the
But the question probably is if they're both, on
yeah,
point.
so Quinton is kind of too tall for this, the femur that he has. He has
Mm.
good quads, but they're never going to look big enough, I think, because you know the length of the bone.
But you know who had the quads to be that tall?
Who?
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Tony had the crazy ones. I still think that Andrew Jack needs more beef
Yeah.
over there, right? And he's tall.
Tony had the legs, but I think his upper body was lacking just a little bit back then. The size. Tony's.
Yeah, I mean, he had a pec tear. I mean, right side.
Yeah. But arms could have been maybe a little bigger. But he, like I said, to be this tall and to fill out a frame is absolutely that's hard to do. So that's why you see
Oh,
a lot.
I would kill for his arms.
Did
I know what you're saying
anybody
though.
see, did
The,
anybody see the video with Hadi and Hani yesterday? I think yesterday or 2 days ago
yeah,
when
Honey was posing with him.
Hadi's posing.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I said a couple of weeks ago?
He thought he was gonna be a little behind.
Yeah, don't you still feel that Hadi at 2 weeks out normally is
Yeah,
way harder and drier than he is right now?
normally.
Is this me or is it really is this something happening here?
I'm not sure because I couldn't see much from that video. Like you couldn't see close up the fibers in his pecs, and that's what Hani was trying to make him show. Like
Yeah,
he was
usually
lifting his head up so you could see the
you can
details.
see that 6 weeks out. That's what
Right.
I'm So
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that he's not going to be able to make it in the next 2 weeks. So I'm just saying that I think he's normally, when he was at his best, he was always a little further ahead with the shape compared to this time. The size is, you can tell he's put on size, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
looked
bigger.
huge.
But I don't know if the condition is going to be able, because he needs to be conditioned. He can't be, you know, 80% and win the Olympia. That's not happening. So I think there's a reason why
Uh,
nobody hasn't been
2022 when he won, how he would gauge his condition.
when he won.
Yeah, when he
Oh,
won. That was
from
his
the
first condition.
from the front, he was
Yeah,
good. From the back, he wasn't the same.
no, but if you put Hadi from 2019 at Olympia each and every year, I mean, relatively speaking, a worse condition. He was full, but dryness wise, and that Hadi effect, he was a little off on that show.
Yeah, but then he put it together at the Arnold
Yeah,
couple
but
of.
Jose, what do you think? 2022.
Yeah. We discussed that many times.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was the lesser of his conditioning up to that point. He had been better conditioned the 2 years prior.
So,
So when
Milo,
you,
are you saying that if he comes in fuller, he has a better shot?
I completely don't. But you have to think like, oh shit, I showed up bigger and fuller, and I was awarded. I come desert dry bone, and I lose.
But do you think that there's a possibility that he thinks, okay, Samson's Mr. Olympia, I got to get bigger. I got to be bigger to stand next to him. And
I think
that
we
could
all
be,
thought that way. But
no, that's why I'm saying, and that's why I'm afraid that this might backfire just a little bit.
yeah, well, he's got to do whatever he did for that Arnold Classic win.
Yeah.
He's big enough. He needs to be 100% conditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're all big. And what you said about Derek's legs earlier, I saw a picture yesterday.
yeah. I
His
mean,
legs are unreal. They look incredible. Separated, striated, huge.
It's
but
2 weeks out.
Jose, we
2 weeks
see,
out, though. Not the show. It's 2 weeks out.
Yeah,
yeah,
Can
but
we
I'm
get
just
that on
saying,
tape?
if
Can we
they're
get
not
that
going to do
on tape?
anything drastic to
Mhm.
shrink them, I
Well,
guarantee you're going to notice a difference.
but that's another thing that I'm worried about. If they're not doing anything drastic to not shrink the legs, he might not be. We already complain about this here, and if this is not improved, how is he going to stand next to these guys? Okay, my legs are bigger, but where is all
Yeah.
this?
I'm pretty confident he's going to be his best.
Okay, well, if you say that, now listen, I doubted him a couple of times. I doubted him before the Arnold. Not doubted him, but I didn't expect him to be that great. So if he's at his best, yeah, he can win the
okay,
Olympia.
here it is. I'm going to say it loudly again. And Jose is listening. Jose didn't hear it. Like 2023, remember, Dennis, we were watching the Olympia, and I told you, glance on the stage and tell me who has the best body. And, they were relaxed, and there was Samson, Hadi, and Derek. And of course, you could see that Samson had the best body. Now, when I analyze the bodies, Derek doesn't have the best bodies. But then when you do pose by pose, he can win the pose even though not having the best body, right?
Yeah.
And that's that discrepancy. Like, okay, I'm watching, this is a better body. But then in the pose, so what do you judge? Pose by pose, or you take overall, okay, I've seen your body. So I got to give it to Derek. Once he starts posing, he comes alive and he creates that front double biceps that looks crazy, right? Uh, he back double biceps. I still think I know that you guys might not agree. I still think that he has the best back double biceps in the lineup. He beats Nick, for me. Uh,
I
the
agree with that.
lat spread from behind is deadly because he's so goddamn wide. And then he improved side chest and side triceps, decently. I think he definitely loses ab shot, most muscular shot, and front lat spread shot to any major top five guy.
Yeah.
So listen, we went through these last week.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
We compared individual guys on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
No, last week. We did it last week, where we put even Keon, winning over Derek 6-2. So now basically say the exact opposite, that Derek is going to beat these guys in 5 or 6 poses. So at the end of the day, and you said, and you're right, I said that Nick's back double biceps was better in Pittsburgh, and I'll still stand by that. That was not Derek's best. Just keep that in mind. I didn't say
mm,
Nick's back double biceps is better than Derek's. That's not what I mean when I say that his back double biceps was better that day.
yeah.
For me, more impressive, to be honest. So now Derek at his all-time best with full legs is 100% dangerous.
So three
No
years
doubt
ago,
about it.
yeah, 3 years ago that Pittsburgh, before 2022 Olympia when he played
That's
something,
close.
right? Guess what, Pittsburgh, his legs were fucking huge.
Oh, yeah, but that's why I'm
2023, the same thing, right?
I'm not convinced. It was the same when he was a 212 guy. His legs were okay until he started the last couple of weeks, and then he lost everything. So now if they're not doing things to run into that risk, that means they're going to have to hold back. So,
Exactly. And
so if they hold back,
that was the winning combination in his last two shows. Was he wasn't dieting hard until like four weeks out. He
yeah, but
wasn't doing cardio until he
said
was
his
doing
winning
very little
combination in the
cardio.
last two shows. You said in Pittsburgh, his win was
It was
hanging off the
suspect.
thread.
It was close,
Yeah, it was
but
hanging off the thread. So at the Olympia, that's not going to cut it.
Okay, so let me ask you both.
Whatever he had in Pittsburgh, it's not going to cut it at the Olympia. We all agree, right?
I agree. I think
Yeah.
he's going to be better.
Yeah,
All eyes are on him.
Hmm.
He's the one making a lot of statements and riling people up. He's got to back it up. I think he will.
I go through this every fucking week with fucking UFC. When you hear the fighters talk, it's like they can't lose their fight. I can't see this fight going any other way. Then 15 seconds later, he's sleeping.
Yeah. It could happen.
Anything can. This is bodybuilding, and this is probably why I'm so excited for this year, because we really, I mean, I believe Samson is going to win because I believe he's going to be at his best. But other than that, it's literally a wide open show for four guys that I say can win this show.
how about that training shot of Nick Walker like 2 days ago?
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
That took
Now
like
you
3 minutes.
now you look like a professional.
I usually do this pretty seamlessly, guys. I've been trying some new setups here with using these TVs as monitors and stuff like that. Like I'm literally like looking at you on like this big screen over here. And I usually have back here. So like when I'm talking about things, they'll pop up back here and I'm literally talking to you right here. So I've just been trying some different things instead of just sitting in the studio.
Not a problem, my man. Thank you for making the time. Milo and Jose, if you don't know, this is John, the founder and owner of Titan Medical.
Yes, sir.
Titan Medical is a company that has started in Tampa, Florida. About when, John? Because I remember the time when you started.
Yeah. So 13 years ago, and we've been nationwide for about 10 years. We've got patients in every state, but 13 years ago, October 12th, 2012 is when we incorporated, when we started seeing patients.
Awesome. So Milos, do you know John? Have you met John before?
At one of the shows, I went to the booth.
Yeah, Tampa Pro.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
Jose, have you met John before?
I don't believe so. I obviously know what Titan Medical is.
Yeah.
I've heard of him for many years now.
Well, I'm not
Great.
I can't. I have to mention his wife too. She's also, of course, co-founder together with John. They both they started this together, and they've been still doing this together. And John, for me, is the person that I reach out to if I have any questions regarding peptides.
Mhm.
And it's been. I remember when I had my shoulder surgery with my biceps tendon reattachment. I was told by the doctors that I'm going to be out of the gym for at least 6 months before I even start moving weight. And I remember I contacted John, and John said, "Here, TB 500, PPC 157." And I kid you not, I did not tell my doctor that I was using it. And 9 weeks after my surgery, I was in the gym getting pumps. And my physical therapist didn't understand how that something like this can heal so fast. So thank you, John, for always being there when I have questions. And this time was no different. I also had issue with my digestive system. I feel my gut is not 100%. And I did some research, and I hear again BPC 157,
Absolutely.
T500, and also glutathione.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
John instantly, I mean, I signed up as a patient, of course, because it has to be legit. There's doctors and prescriptions. And I ordered the stuff, and I had literally got it just like 3-4 days before I went to Germany for the shows. So I didn't want to start and then stop and travel and then come back 3 weeks later and start again. So I waited till I got back and I started then. And I got to tell you, man, I can already feel a difference.
Awesome, man.
My gut, my digestive, everything. It's just, I don't know if it's plateau effect, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is that I can feel a difference.
that's
Okay.
it.
Tell me
Dennis,
a little bit about,
you remember
huh?
how much BPC we're taking? Or John, do you remember what you recommended? Like, what's the amount daily or every day?
Yeah, so I mean, usually those from like pharmacies, they're talking about 250 micrograms to 500 micrograms daily. If you're going to really bump it up, I would do 1,000 micrograms daily if you really want to bump it up in the morning and at night when you're getting home. In the morning when you're starting off, the reason is because one, you start the healing right then and there, plus the inflammation factor. So, like for me, like I need a total shoulder replacement right side, total atomic shoulder replacement. I need this for like 2 years. I've just been training through it because I'm so young. They told me if I get one now, I'm going to need one in another 15, 20 years, another 15, 20 years, three by the time I'm 80. So I've been trying to put it off as much as possible, but this is just something I've been dealing with. So every morning when I inject those things, I immediately feel some relief of inflammation and more mobility. I'm able to still train and stuff like that. I'm not going like 315 on the bench, but I'm still able to put up, 245, good set of 10, 12 reps. But for acute or chronic injuries, these are game changers, right? Like, BPC is more actuated as far as coming from the gastric juices of the stomach. So anything stomach issue wise, Crohn's, ulcers, digestive issues, leaky guts, it's a winner, right? But when we talk about like acute or chronic injuries, like in knees, elbows, joints, even like road rash and stuff like that, this is something that's very applicable and can be very, very beneficial for somebody to use. Over the 13 years we've been in practice, we got to use BPC starting probably about 9 years ago from a U.S. licensed pharmacy, not from a research chemical site. So the difference, everybody asking the difference because it's like, hey, listen, John, like what, BPC is not FDA approved, what's going on here? So here's how it breaks down. It's really the API, right? The raw products where these come from, one, and what that API is. And there's research and all these other things. But the next thing that really sets it apart is a U.S. licensed pharmacy, when they're, getting these things together, they have to do stringent testing, and they're getting overlooked by board of pharmacies. If it's a 503A pharmacy or 503B is FDA. So when they're looking at this and they're going through these things, there's a lot more testing that goes and occurs. That's one thing. And the second thing you notice differently than any other vial that you get from online from a U.S. licensed pharmacy is online, you're going to say it for not for human use, research purposes only. The new one there's a crazy scam that's going on in our industry. And the crazy scam is this. There's these peptide companies that are trying to say that they're FDA compliant and they're getting made an FDA compliant pharmacies, but they're not really pharmacies, and it's not really a prescription that's getting put in for that product, right? So, and it's saying for physician use. That's what it says in the vial now, to get around the not for human consumption and such. But if you get it from a 503A pharmacy, so if you got pendecaarginate from us or TB500 or GHK, this is not going to have those labels on it. This is going to be a regular prescription vial, with your name, the product on it, the dosage, blah, BD, legitimate. So, like I said, the difference is testing wise and really what you're going to get product wise, and what it's really going to say on the vial. So that's a big difference to me. And, of course, it's not going to be $5, $10, $15, $20, what you find on the internet, but it is going to be what we say it is. And we have testing to prove that. So at that point, like, it's a higher quality, a higher standard, and that's all a Titan's going to do. I'll never go for something low quality or low standard just to make money. That's not me. I'm using the product. I'm patient number zero. So at that point, I want all the best, and I would never lower standards. 13 years, our reputation's everything.
Are there oral versions of this? BPC and
yes.
TB?
Yeah, we can do an oral version too as well. Because BPC good for their stomach, and people ask about that all the time. So if it's a gastric issue or stomach issue, that might work for them if they don't like the injections.
But will it work as well? Like, say you inject it in your shoulder for a shoulder injury, because I've heard you have to inject it near wherever the injury is.
That's correct. So
would it be as effective if you took it orally?
No,
all right,
not for that. At that point, you're getting broken down the gastral tract and the whole thing. So you're going to lose absorbency and you're going to lose potency as far as that goes. The best way for BPC is more site directed. So at that point, injecting closest to the site or even if it's like road rash type situation, what we do is we would spray it on top too as well, and we'd inject it close to those areas. But we've had people with motorcycle accidents and stuff like that be able to use this and recover a lot faster than what their doctor said they were going to. But site directed for BPC, TB500 works more systemically throughout the body as far as what it'll do. But why make it travel farther? So I would load up the needle with BPC TB500, and at that point inject closest to the site. In the morning and at night if they really want an optimal pair.
You can use them both together, the same syringe?
Absolutely. Yeah, they wouldn't be in the same vial. I don't know any pharmacies out there, 503As that can produce that. And the reason is because on the testing they charge $10,000 per ingredient. And then they got to make sure the ingredients are going to be viable together because some things X each other out. And that's why some people are like, well, why don't you just stack like all these things and inject them? Because some of those things might not work out together, right? And then the testing is going to be through the roof. 8 or 9 ingredients, you're talking about $90,000 in testing right there. So people don't understand that part of it. They realize they're like, oh, we're just getting it from a compounding pharmacy. They make it and they send it out the door. It used to be like that back when I first started. It was like the wild, wild west. You wanted 400 milligrams per ml of testosterone. You had the script. You sent it over to the compounding pharmacy. They made it was out the door that day. And I can't tell you that's going to be the best feeling testosterone if it wasn't, harden up in you too as well. So, but as things have progressed through the years, when, in Massachusetts, there was this big place that basically they were a compounding pharmacy and they produced a whole bunch of dirty shots, caused meningitis in patients, and some people died. Once that happened, then it was a lot more, regulation and restriction of what could happen, and the testing got more stringent. And it keeps getting more stringent as they go on.
Yeah. I have a question for you because I even checked right now again. I was always looking for a plasma half-life of BPC 157. As you said to Dennis, take it in the morning and the evening. So it's like it sounds like that would be like 12 hours something if you suggest twice a day.
Yeah.
I was suggested for my hip to take every other day, but mega doses. And then I wanted to say like, why wouldn't I do every single day? So put it this way, I take 7.5 milligrams every other day. I take a 15 milligram vial in 2 days.
Yep.
In last like 10 days or so, I mean,
Yep.
I trained yesterday like 3 plates on that hex squat machine and shit like this. I mean, by the way, when did you start training, Jose, after your hip surgery?
Within a month.
Within a month. Okay, so
30 days.
for me, it's like this. I did that little cockamamie bullshit, like leg extension and hamstring curl and stuff like that. But now I said, like, let me press. And I had like zero issue. But I've been really doing 7.5 milligrams. So I'm just saying it loudly because you're an expert. And maybe you have some people. I had a hip replacement surgery.
Sure.
Kind of, not going super good. Now I'm walking. If I don't know that I actually had the surgery, I wouldn't know that I had a surgery. I mean,
that's awesome.
It's like that. But I've been taking 7.5 milligrams, shooting right there, close to my scar.
Yep. No, I mean and it will work like that. I mean, you take more mega doses, obviously, you're gonna heal faster. It's gonna be a better thing. It's
the question I had: do you know the plasma half-life? Because I can't track it down.
I mean, some say it's 24 hours is what they say, as far as that goes. So at that point, like usually, I would say daily. And the only reason I say, in the morning and the evening is because, if people really want to like overlap and stuff like that, and that's where they really get the benefit from it if they do that because they're getting more in their system. So that's the only reason I say to do that. For an average consumer though, like, because most people aren't like us, right? They're a regular Joe and they hurt themselves and they just want to recover. And at that point, they don't want to stick themselves. So the one time a day for them works really well. It's just a longer period of time once they have to do it. If it's somebody that's more seasoned like us, then at that point, injections aren't really a big thing. And we really don't care. We'll do it multiple times a day if we have to, if we're going to get the result, right? That's what we're going for. We're going for the result. So it just really depends on the person too. I mean, we do everybody from average Joe to pro and everybody from landscaper all the way up to your executive, whoever CEO. So it just really depends on the person too, as well, what's going to work for them regimen wise.
What's interesting, this, John, is that that's not all you offer. You offer a whole variety of other stuff. What is your, other than BPC 157 and TB 500, what is your, like your bestseller?
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Weider, Olympia Finals start now!
Out of peptides,
Yeah.
sure. So the other one that I would recommend would be like testosterone. Testosterone is a game changer. Testosterone is a GHRH, so it's a growth releasing hormone peptide. What it's going to do is two different things, right? One thing is just amazing. So one thing is it's going to raise natural growth hormone levels. It's going to bump up the pituitary to raise those growth hormone levels. Obviously, you're going to get all those benefits from growth hormone turning to IGF-1. So that's the big one, right? The other big one is this, and there's hardly any other drugs out on the market that do anything like this. So it attacks visceral belly fat. So there's not anything out there where you can say, oh, there's maybe one or two other drugs, HIV drugs, but there's not a lot of things out there that you can say, listen, how can I spot reduce fat in my midsection? How can I specifically do that? And you're saying, well, before you're not doing that, right? Like you lose weight all over, you're not going to be able to just target your belly fat, and that's how it's going to work. So this actually targets visceral belly fat. These components were both, testosterone was FDA approved in the commercial market. So, we use that along with, the GLP-1s, retatrutide, semaglutide, tirzepatide. All these are big game changers as far as the weight loss wise. I know the retatrutide out there has been a big thing in the bodybuilding era right now. Nick Walker's talking about it. All these guys are using it because these GLP-1s have been game changers for people that want to lose weight. Semaglutide, tirzepatide were game changers to start, but retatrutide is really the bad boy on the block because one, it helps you retain muscle mass.
John, I'm sorry, but why would retatrutide or whatever, I don't even know how to pronounce it, retatrutide,
Yeah,
I'm too. Why would that be a game changer in bodybuilding?
So for these guys, it actually helps them. It helps them their body optimally, right? It starts working inside from insulin and all that, right? That's working automatic. The other thing is that it helps retain muscle mass. So that's the other thing that tirzepatide and semaglutide didn't do very well. Like you just lost your appetite completely. You weren't eating. You're going to lose all that, right?
Okay,
Reta lets you actually eat a little bit, but it helps you retain that. And then it really, the fat loss portion of it. I mean, you're going to just cut up. Whether you're microdosing, and that's what a lot of guys do is they microdose, or, you're taking a full on, shot of the dosage of what you're going to do. I mean, those things have been superior to anything else on the market that's come, obviously. And then you're getting all these different, things that it's getting approved for FDA wise, like semaglutide and tirzepatide, which I just seen a sleep apnea commercial for it. So at that point, like tirzepatide. So, we're talking about cardiovascular health, sleep health, but it really boils down to this. It really boils down to weight loss. And I think that's where everybody starts getting the big health benefits from these things. But for the bodybuilder section, like I said, those guys will use it on the cut. They'll use it all the way through, and they can eat what they want to a certain degree and still look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about Eli Lilly's clinical trials with
Sure.
retatrutide?
Yeah.
They supposedly
Absolutely.
stopped.
For me, as that goes, I thought they were still ongoing.
My doctor just told me yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, he said they had a big thing. They must have found something out.
And they stopped it.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought that was the Ozempic.
Yeah, Ozempic has the lawsuits and everything else. Well, I'm just gonna, be myself and say, listen, this is all. Tell me what I want to hear, and I'm just going to follow because it's going to increase insulin sensitivity. It's going to regulate your glucose. It's going to, lower your triglycerides. It's going to,
Yep.
lower your hemoglobin 1AC.
Yep.
Let me tell you, you stop eating, that's all
Yep.
going to improve. So when you
Yep.
inject this kind of thing and kills your appetite,
Yep.
all this improves. But you can have a sip of water instead. It's going to be the
Yep.
same results. So I'm not sold on that at all. And 100% guarantee catabolizes lean tissue. 100% guarantee. So, for all the bodybuilders that we work so hard to put some tissue, and all these, the people that they want to get easy and lose body fat and all this shit. So I'm just going to use this. I'm not going to eat. Hey, MF, why don't you be disciplined and don't eat bullshit?
There
I
goes the
agree.
old, there goes the old school bodybuilders.
Listen,
I mean, seriously, seriously. And then now there is like all these possible side effects.
yeah,
Listen, my father told me this back in a day, like pharmacology, as it stands, they need a short-term and long-term studies, and long-terms
sure,
are 40 plus years.
sure.
And so now everybody there is like jumping on the wagon and they're doing this and that. But 40 years later, they're going to determine that they created like so much damage. And they're already damaging, but they don't know
Yeah,
because it sounds great. I
Isn't this the
jump on the
same with
highest
everything?
building, it feels good until you hit the bottom.
Isn't this the same with everything? I don't care how much study. If they study something for 40 years and they tell you it's okay to do 200 milligrams and the guys come and start doing 2,000,
Yeah,
how
yep,
yeah.
come
I mean, we have in bodybuilders, we are like this. I jokingly always say like to Hunter and to other people, like spit in the ocean, kind of, like the little dosage, and then bodybuilders, if one is good, 10 is 10 times better, right?
right.
I'm not looking for
But I'm
anything.
just like not sold on any of those semaglutides,
Well,
especially.
I mean, here are my point from this, and trust me, I'm right there with you. When
Uh-huh.
I created Type Medical Center, it
Yeah.
was about a healthy lifestyle. That the main components of your lifestyle should be activity, eating correctly, right, water, and sleep. My providers, anybody will tell you, the first four questions out of their mouth to you is that. How's your activity level? How's your water? How are you eating? Right? How's your sleep patterns? Because those are the main essentials. And that's where we should start. And then the meds help expedite along the way. With the GLP-1s, I had the love and hate relationship with it. I hate them because anybody can take them and they're going to lose weight. The only reason I like them for a certain aspect is you might have a kid, right, that grows up, parents don't show him a good example, eating like shit. And at that point, he becomes fat. Then they become fat their whole life. They never get out of that. They've tried every fad diet. They've tried this, they've tried that. Now comes along this drug. And this drug actually changes their life. It makes them healthier by losing the excess weight of being obese. I don't think somebody like me, I've never taken those drugs, or anybody else like us should take the drugs. I think there's other aspects and different peptides that we can take. They're going to get us great results. But I do think that, there is a small part of the population that it could be a great tool. That's, as far as that goes. Now, whether they change their lifestyle, they get off the medication and then they yo-yo back, that's a whole different story.
I have a different question. Let's change the subject real quick because I don't want to, because I know we have that much time with you because
No,
you've
for
been.
sure.
I got a text message today from your office. I think one of the females texted me. That's
Yep.
why I only responded with one answer and the other one because she said something like, let me just read this real quick. She said blah blah because they're checking in on me, asking me how am I
Absolutely.
doing, how am I feeling. And I told her I
Absolutely.
feel great. I feel much improved. And then she often says something like energy, mental clarity, muscle, and libido. Now that's what I'm interested in.
Yep.
I said, what is there? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Help
So-
the brother out just a
I
little
got
bit.
you. I got you. So libido enhancers, we've got many for girls and guys, right? So
Give me one.
one,
Works. Give me one that works.
I mean, for a guy, sildenafil and arginine we have together. We call it our Superman. That's the one. If you're on testosterone replacement therapy with us or anybody else, you can get sildenafil or tadalafil. So that's the active ingredient Viagra or Cialis with micronized 10 milligrams of testosterone. So at that point, you get a boost and you get the erection portion.
I
If you're a
don't-
guy or a girl, right? The other one that I would recommend is this PT 141 injectable. It was FDA approved for hyposexual desire disorder for females, but works for guys the exact same way. It doesn't work on the vasodilation and the blood work, like blood pumping down there. It works on the nervous system. So it creates
Hold
true
on.
libido effect.
Hold on now. Is that the stuff that is in that tanning peptide that
So-
people use?
Melanotan 2 is it's a sequence from that. So you're not going to get tanner, the spots are going to darker, but
I know, but is that also in the first, what you call it,
melanotan 2.
melanotan, that
Yeah.
used to come with the PT 141 inside?
It's in that, yes.
Okay, so that, then I know what you mean, but
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to get me hard. I need something to get me horny.
Listen, I mean that's one. I mean, you can mix that with the tadalafil or the sildenafil. Boom, that's good. The other one, I mean,
But
listen,
you too fast, man. I can't keep up. Hold on. What is it?
gotcha. So sildenafil and arginine, or the
Oh, that's
sildenafil
why I
and
have to know.
testosterone, right? But with the blood, with the arginine, it creates more vasodilation, more blood flow. The only other one that I would say that really kicks butt, and there are some guys that you know that use this, is Trimix. Like that's like the guarantee. Like you want like
What is it?
you want
What is it?
Trimix is an injectable that you would inject.
Another shot.
And at that point, that's what a lot of the stars are using, and people that just want to flex out. I have got patients that go down to Miami with like 6 girls. They party it up. They go back to the hotel or wherever they're at, and they just rail on these 6 girls all night and not worry about a damn thing. So
I'm not trying to do porn,
you know,
like that.
it's listen. We got things that'll definitely get you up for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make sildenafil and tadalafil together, which is
I'm the only one here. Everybody laughing at me. Am I the only
know,
one
I mean,
that's
Yeah,
slowing
no,
down?
no, what the hell, Daddy?
Listen,
Come on.
you know, whatever you guys want to do, I mean, we can arrange it. That's why we personalize regimens. There's not like a cookie cutter thing for anybody. Everybody has different goals or what they're trying to achieve or what they want. And we're here to help them get those things, right? Whether it's, you know, mental clarity, sexual enhancement, physical enhancement, you know, better well-being, better aesthetic, you know, outside, blood work on the inside, nationwide. We're here to help.
My annual physical yesterday. Every year, me and my wife, we go to the doctor to do our physical, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
last year in October 5th, my test came back at 73, right? So
Oh,
the
wow.
doctor said, my doctor is a female doctor. She calls me on the phone and she says, your test is really low. I already sent a prescription to your pharmacy. She asked me, she said, are you capable, or are you willing to give yourself a shot? I said, I've done this a few times. I said, I can do it, you know? So she put me on test, right? And
Yep.
then she gave me a 3-month supply. It's 200 milligrams a week.
Yep.
She said, after 3 months, you come back, we're going to retest you, right? So I go
Yep.
back in. I go back in 3 months later, January, and she asked me before they drew a body. She said, "How you feel?" I said, "I feel the same. I don't feel any different."
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, maybe we have to go up to 400 with you, but let's just check and see where you at." So I went from 73 with 200 milligrams a week, and if I'm honest, I didn't take the shot the week before I tested, so I missed 1
Yeah.
week,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was 1,004.
Yeah, 1,000, yeah. Yeah.
But how can I
Sounds
be
right.
1,004 but don't feel any different? And then she realized that my estrogen was high.
Yes. Yes.
So
Such a
she
big-
said I would have to take some estrogen blocker. So I
Yeah.
went through. So yesterday I did my physical,
Yep.
and my test came back at 258.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
So that's why I'm asking these questions.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
you know, when
Milos would probably say, if my test would be 258, I probably wouldn't be able to move.
yeah, I mean, listen,
I think it would be against the law to be under 1,000, you know, if a man, and you should run on 1,500. You know,
Yeah.
I'll change all this stupid reference fucking thing. You know, reference doesn't mean desirable amount. It's just like 95% of the average. You know, average doesn't mean, oh, this is desirable. I think the man should be at 1,200, 1,500. You know,
I agree. I agree.
So
And
you
you know
think
what the thing about it
1,004?
is the reference range has changed since I've been in business. So when I started, LabCorp went from 350 to 1150. And now recently in the last 4 years, they went down to 264 to 916. And the reason is because of the sample of the participants.
Yeah.
So, and these participants, of course, were obese, overweight, low testosterone. So at that point, they're basing on this. If we went back 40 years, 50 years, and we started testing people, they'd be up at 800 or 900 level for sure. I mean, it's a big difference of things of how things were then and how things are now and where we're going. Infertility rates are at the highest level in the world, in every country, not just one. So at that point, like, we really need to start looking at these things for our younger guys and figure out what the hell is going on, because we are not going to the direction we want to go as far as that goes. We're going down.
John, before you go, where can people contact Titan Medical, and what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Sure. So the best way to get in contact with us is you can call or text us at 727-389-3220. You can also go to our website, titanmedicalcenter.com. You can find us on social media platforms, Titan Medical Center. We'll be there for you, so you can contact us through all those different channels. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about this was blood work, nationwide blood work. We have the most in-depth testing, apples to apples, and the most inexpensive testing for males and females. So if you guys are looking for blood testing, whether you want to know for your own knowledge or you may want some help, we can help you too. And
Also
that's
offer
the best way to do it,
right?
Yeah, definitely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create you a coupon code, because people can buy the blood test now right on the website. Right there. So I'm going to create a coupon code to give your users a $50 discount on the blood test, and that way they'll get it even cheaper.
Nice.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna text you privately for some libido upgrade.
Got you. I got you.
I got
Hey, if I can help you guys out, let me
You're
know.
making fun of me because I'm being honest here.
I got you. That's good. Dude, I'll turn you into a machine. You know that, Dennis. I got you,
John,
bro.
man, I appreciate you, man. Give my love to your wife, my man.
Thank you.
And,
Well, I'll see you guys at Olympia.
Yeah.
for sure. For
See you
sure,
at
my brother.
Olympia. Booth 1113 is where we're going to be at. So we'll be
There
right
you
by.
go.
We'll pass
Booth
Celsius.
11, 14, or booth 11, 14 or 15?
1113.
13. Also, if you have time, and I'm gonna send you a message. What
Sure.
time? Have a live podcast at the expo. Maybe get you on for 10, 15 minutes. Talk
I would
about
love that, bro. I'm in that for sure.
All right, for sure, my man. Thank
I
you so much.
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you, John. Take care.
Of
God bless.
course. Thank you,
brother.
guys.
Yeah. So, anyways, listen, that stuff worked for me. I could feel, because every time I'm in the U.S., it's been here 2 days, I have fucking diarrhea. I eat clean. We cook the meals. We don't eat out. I go to Europe, 3 weeks, not a single day. I eat all the fucking bakery bread, anything. Same thing in Thailand. Not a day where I had issues. I went to the bathroom 3 times a day, normal. I come back here, issues. After 2 days. So whatever's in the food in the US is fucked up. I'm telling
It
you.
is. It is. I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to say it because
I'll say it loud and proud. It's fucked up. No matter where you buy your food, this shit's always loaded with some kind of bullshit. And my stomach, you know how it is. Stomachs get more sensitive with age. I know, I understand that now. But since I've been doing the BPC and the TB 500, I don't have any issues. And that's been like a week and a half now. So
yeah,
It's
I
great.
don't know if it's me or if it's the stuff that works. I'm going to keep doing it until it stops.
Jose, if you have that link for that study, you ask your doc. I'd like to read it a little bit.
I will. I'll send it to you.
Because I said a bunch of things. I don't claim I know something, and when I don't know something, I don't get involved, right? But I'm not one of those that jump on the bandwagon just like, oh, tell me what I want to hear it, and now this is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even hear of this Ret or whatever. I don't even know anybody that's using it. So at the end of the day,
Yeah,
Nick Walker.
Nick made it popular, and
yeah,
then
I mean, listen,
A lot of people are using it. A lot. I spoke to a few coaches when I was in
but
Pittsburgh.
does it stop you from craving
Yeah.
foods?
A little bit on a low dose, supposedly. It's
Yeah, so that works. I mean, that's something that I can understand that. If you're dieting for 10 weeks and this is going to make you stop being, craving, then yeah, it helps. But I don't know what is it doing to your body. I don't want to lose weight.
Yeah, I wanna see what happens. Did you ever try that thing, Jose?
What?
What? Retta?
Yeah, any of those?
No, no, never. I'm against it all.
Yeah, me too.
I'm surprised
Supposedly,
you have.
retatrutide is the only one that isn't catabolic.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has a
yeah, yeah.
muscle building component.
Yeah, bullshit. Yeah.
Right.
And that also makes your dick hard and grows your hair.
Oh, really?
What else you want to and put some money
Well,
in
sign
What
me
else
up.
can it do? Hey, what else can it do?
yeah, I know. Put some money in their bank account, you know.
Yeah.
I'm serious. It's just like people are so fucking naive, you know. Just you tell me, okay, I don't want to know the concept. And especially when they say something that you don't even fucking understand, stay away from, you
Yeah.
know.
Isn't that the same with everything, though?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
should understand it before you do
All
something.
it takes, it started with supplements. Here is your favorite fucking bodybuilders telling you this is the
Yeah, yeah,
this is
no.
this is how it works. That's just the fucking life, the world we live in, my man. Come on now.
I mean,
Yeah.
creatine, anybody that took, they can tell the difference. Good protein, they can tell the difference, right? You
Can
know,
we really?
for come on, you can't.
Well, how do you tell the difference? A good pro. I mean, if you're eating 6 meals a day and you have two shakes, so what do you
Oh,
what is
okay.
it?
If you who eats 6 meals a day? I mean, you did because
Everybody.
you're German, you know.
Everybody eats 6 meals a day. Is that not normal?
Yeah, but then he plays a couple of those with the protein shakes and shit like this.
I was well. For me, that was never the case. I always had, and
Don't you sell your protein in your line of products?
hmm, I know, but that's why. But I'm honest and telling you, like, what is the difference between that one and that one? If it's the same, it's the same thing.
Bought from the same farm.
Same thing. So at the end of the day, that's business, and that's how business works. The same with fucking medicines. You know, that's why I don't give. I don't want to stop eating. I don't eat enough to begin with. I'm down to 3 meals a day, and they just this
Yeah,
big.
right now is a challenge to eat, right?
Challenge, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Once we at that point, I thought for a couple of years, until a couple of years ago, it's like, oh, fuck, I always got to tell myself, don't eat anymore. Wake up and fucking have 5 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I had to stop doing it. Now, after 6 o'clock, I don't have any appetite no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jose, did you have a big appetite back in the day?
Who,
I
me?
did, but
Oh,
I had to eat so much. I averaged 5 meals in one shake every day. And when I had to go up to 212, that's when shit really went higher. Because I never used to measure my food until I got with Chris. I just would
what?
look at it and eyeball it. And then Chris is like, no, you absolutely have to weigh every meal.
Yeah.
Eyeball it.
And I was eating like half of what I was supposed to be eating.
Hmm.
So my food like doubled in like 2014, 2013. Doubled. I felt my head was growing from chewing all the meat.
Yeah.
It was
I
a lot.
I could eat 8 meals, not a problem.
Really?
Yeah. But it would take me like 45 minutes to an hour sometimes.
To eat?
Yeah. To get it all down.
Well, since we're at that point, I'd like to say you too can unlock your full potential with the cutting edge lineup from high tech pharmaceuticals. All you have to do is just follow them on IG and Facebook. Visit High Tech Pharma for a deep dive into their science backed formulas that will power your performance, strength, and also bring you some of the best results.
Fuel your grind with the science of results. High-tech pharmaceuticals brings power, performance, and precision to every product. Elevate your fitness. Visit hightechpharma.com today. Backed by science. Built for strength.
No, not me. I'm a fast eater. I got this from my mom.
Yeah, me too.
The only meal I could eat
Sometimes
fast
look
was
at me,
breakfast.
sometimes tell myself, slow the fuck down. That's why I stopped putting the fork down after I put it in my mouth, just so I don't have it ready to go. Because I'm
Yeah.
already shuffling while I'm still chewing, So I
Yeah.
said, slow down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your appetite decreased too?
Yeah, like I have zero. Like
Yeah.
shit, I could care less, you know what I mean?
We're gonna get tiny and wrinkly, man, soon.
Well,
Well, your activity has gone down, so it makes sense that your appetite goes down.
Yeah.
You're not
Well,
doing an hour of cardio every day and training an hour and a half every day.
I'm still trained though.
you know what I do? I mean, this is empty now, but I put like 50 grams of EAAs and 20 grams
15
of
or
creatine and
15?
glutamine and magnesium, and then I drink it like sip throughout the day. That's my extra 50 grams of protein.
Hmm.
Yeah. Check.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Well,
still have a protein shake after I train.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't.
You
I
don't?
better shut. No.
Yeah. That's a must.
When I'm
One
home,
doesn't
yeah,
go
but
without the
when I
other.
travel, I don't even train, to be honest. I don't train when I travel.
Well, that's why you
So for me,
excuse it.
it's like this, up and down. I come back, I train, I go, vroom, and I go travel, zzz, come back, zzz, travel. Zzz. It's been for
You're
years.
in great shape, though.
I know, but I'm no, I'm in good shape for almost 60, but I'm still,
How much you weigh?
224 yesterday.
Yeah, and you're 5'8".
Mhm.
That's still a big dude for normal
I'm
humans.
5'8" now too, and I'm 224. Yeah,
You
I
guys are
just,
twins.
I weighed in yesterday morning for my physical, empty, fasted for 12 hours, 224.
there you go. But
Wow.
That's
okay,
my
Jose, how
blood,
old are you?
my blood pressure was 113 to 67.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
It's
that,
always
Is
that,
like
that
always like this now. Oh,
wow?
since
that
I
would be
I'll
lost
be
weight, my blood pressure's low.
that would
I'll
be
be 51 in December.
51.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're still a youngster. But okay, I'm gonna say this. Dennis looks way better than he deserves to look. Right?
What?
He looks
What?
younger than
Me
me.
too. Me too. By how little I train, I don't deserve to look as muscular as I do. You know what I mean?
But we put the time in, man. Come on, we put
Yeah,
the time in.
back in the day, right? If you think like, oh, if you squeeze 2 workouts a week, that doesn't count really as oh, I'm training. Like and I'm sure. I mean,
But I tell you this, to be honest
huh?
and truthful, I look a lot better in clothes.
I think we all
Yeah,
do.
I'm a
yeah,
You
lot
hit a
better.
certain age.
I'm a lot better with my shirt on. Trust me. Should trust me on this. Yeah.
You posted a picture a few months ago where you were peeled.
Who,
You were in like
me?
you were in a towel or something.
That
that
was
was
like
like 2 years ago.
no, that was next year's Arnold would have been 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're in
No,
great shape.
I'm not bragging with old pictures. That's not what I do. So you're about a year and a half late.
No, but you look at yourself in the mirror. It's like I don't look bad. So you took a
No,
picture, right?
but that doesn't mean I look good. That's just me going in and being okay with myself going to
I know.
shit.
Yeah.
You know how it is when you stop and you start your waist is getting wider, fucking getting a little softer, and you're like, "Ah, I'm still okay. I don't pose. I would never hit a shot for myself in the mirror ever.
Yeah.
I would
I
never
would
do that.
never take my shirt off at a beach or a pool party.
Oh no, I do that. I don't
Never.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Shit, I'm not
I never
sweating for
did this in
nobody.
my life, basically, pretty much.
You-
You know?
all these damn covers you got on the beach. Come on now.
Yeah.
Not unless I was shredded. I wouldn't.
I ain't go to the beach and I don't care. I don't care. The
Yeah.
I'm
fuck.
fat.
There's people on the beach confident way worse than me, so I'm not stressing.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
not.
when I
So
was going to
listen,
the beach
guys.
for Alex Sedante photo shoots and shit like this, he usually somehow timed it when there is Fredericks of Hollywood or whatever else. All these ladies are shooting on the beach too. So it was entertainment, right? So of course you
Oh,
have
yeah.
it for like a couple of hours.
I remember my last beach shoot. Remember that, Milos? Remember the year?
2006, what first or the last one?
The last one.
Last, yeah, I was there. Yeah, of course, 2006.
2006, yeah, right there in California. That was
Yeah,
actually a good shoot. It was me and Hida.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good shoot.
And you look like a fucking monster, you know?
Uh,
Holy shit.
yeah, fullness would have been that would have been full in person. No pump at all needed. Remember that, Jose?
Yeah.
No
Oh yeah.
pump
You look pumped all day long.
all day. And felt
Yeah.
it too. I felt pumped. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I woke up in the morning and I felt like I can't even fucking move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
because
couldn't.
you
Huh?
had those crazy fucking shoulders, crazy fucking chest, crazy fucking arms. and then the highlights, but they're like wide,
Yeah.
So it looks
But
like
let's get back to business, guys. We are less than 2 weeks out. We're
Mm.
going to be 1 week out this Friday. So this is going to air Thursday. So we're going to be a week out from the Olympia. So this will be, matter of fact, this will be our last podcast before Friday, before prejudging. That Friday.
Like, how about next Tuesday?
There's no podcast next Tuesday because the whole team is in Vegas starting this weekend.
Oh, I thought you were leaving on Wednesday.
I'm leaving Wednesday, but the whole team, the editors, the staff, the whole camera, everything is they leaving Friday, this Friday, because
Okay.
they're going to start setting up Sunday because they have the amateurs Monday,
Okay, so
Tuesday.
next Tuesday we don't have. Okay, yeah. So
No,
this is the last one.
we're going to do Friday and Saturday instead next week.
Yep.
So to all the listeners, next week, Thursday, you will not see a podcast from next week. Of course, this one is going to air this Sunday, Thursday. Well, when you see it, it's already Thursday. But next week, we will have live podcasts. Friday, I had the times, I forgot. We'll put it up in this podcast. And Saturday, so Friday before the prejudging, and Saturday we'll do the prejudging wrap up live from the Olympia Expo, which will be, like I said, live for everybody to watch and listen to. And it's going to post literally the same day. So for you to rewatch it if you can't be on live with us. Now, since we have only one, this is our last prediction, so we got to nail it today. Okay, so let's get the top six in particular order.
Go with Jose, and Jose, go a little bit more in detail. I like to hear your reasoning behind it.
Okay.
5, 6. If you want to go 10, you can go 10.
Oh,
I'm just going to put. We don't have
we
to.
didn't think that far.
But if you let's
let's go from
do
the
it.
first place. Yeah.
Yeah, 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna start with Jose. Why don't you start?
You know what I'm going to say. I got Derek.
Okay.
Derek's winning this show.
So
But I think,
you don't think that Samson has a shot at beating Derek?
no, of course he does. I'm just going with my gut. I think,
Oh, so I thought you're going with your brain. I thought you're seeing things that tells you
yeah,
that.
my brain and my gut are the same thing.
Okay, so your gut's telling you Derek is unbeatable. I just want to double confirm this.
Yeah, I think he's so big and so shapely. Like you said, the front double, rear double. Even his side chest is a lot better. His side tricep is nasty.
Mhm.
The only poses he can't win is ab and thigh because he don't have abs, and the most muscular because but he's getting better at that.
Mhm.
So I'll say Derek. I'll say Samson. I love what Samson's doing. Like he's the incredible ambassador. What he's doing, like he's so positive, and his physique is coming a long way. Like we're finally getting to see what we wanted to see. And then I'm gonna say Nick third. That switched up from the last time we did that. I just think he's so big. And if Hadi's not 100% conditioned, I'm convinced Nick will be. Then he's gonna out freak him.
Mhm.
So then Hadi in fourth, Andrew in fifth.
Did you see anything from Andrew?
I have.
Yeah?
You did?
I'm loving it.
He
Yeah.
can be that good because he's got him in fifth. So just keep that in mind, Milos.
Well, he's good enough that he could be top two. He's that good.
so
but
is
I'm not-
Hadi, and so is everybody. But you still have to put him. You put him in fifth for a reason, I think.
Yeah. Three Olympia champions ahead of him
Mhm.
and Nick. But
Mhm.
this things could very, very well change. And then
Is it?
six,
Are we going to see the best Andrew?
I believe so. I'm going to
Okay.
send you some pictures, not
Hey.
of this prep, but I'm going to send you some, both of you guys, and get your opinion on it.
Okay.
So
Reason?
who do we got left?
We got
Six?
six. Wait, who's in six?
Um,
Well, we
Can
have a
we,
Martin before. We have
Carter, if you can, do me a favor. Just look up the competitor list for the Olympia. The whole lineup.
I'm
So-
balancing between Vito and Martin.
I'll throw a few names at you. Brandon Curry, William Bonac, Tonio Burton, Urs, Martin Fitzwater.
Yeah.
Where am I stopping? The Russian
Martin
guy,
Vito.
Jordan Hutchinson.
Well,
Vito,
I still say Becruz, he still didn't get invited. It's Tuesday already. He still didn't get invited, but I really hope he's gonna be here.
I'll say Vito.
good Vito.
Yeah. His first time on the Olympia stage. I think he's gonna
Mhm.
explode and make millions of fans.
And then seventh.
That's 6, 7 Martin,
Mhm.
8 Tonio. I feel bad even saying that. I think that kid's so good. I think he's going to be top 5 soon in the next year or two.
Mhm.
Um,
Ninth,
oh shit,
Jordan, Urs, Rubiel. I mean, we got
wow, Urs,
Urs and 9.
yeah,
Jordan Hutchison,
Urs
Regan,
and 9.
Bonac.
Bonek and 9. What about Brandon Curry, man?
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Sometimes it's better to have the list up, right?
yeah. Can I go back and say
If
Brandon,
Carter can find the list in 2025,
Brandon in 8, Tonio 9,
Brandon,
Urs 10.
well,
Brandon, Tonio, no, Tonio 9, then Bonek.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck. Well,
Bonek in 9 before. Now, if I move Bonek up, it's going to be 10.
yeah.
can Urs beat Bonac?
I think Ersk's going to beat
Most
some
of
of these
those
guys.
guys.
Hey, Jose, Dennis put Earth top 6 the last 2 times.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not far off.
Okay, you got to choose one for 10th.
Urs
Urs.
in 10th.
All right, Milos.
Yeah, and I always like to hear what Jose has to say, and he seen the guys, and that's the difference. So, Dennis, you and I are accused of being Derek haters. You know, yeah, but the
I
all
don't
the
hate Derek at all.
yeah,
Shit.
but that's what when people see that if you put him
Yeah,
anything out of the first, oh, we hate
yeah.
him. I
And,
think
and,
like
and even they don't like us because we don't put them in to win. It's the same thing with fucking soft bodybuilders, man. What's wrong?
well, I think legitimately 5 guys can win the contest.
Mhm.
Legitimately,
I agree.
so it's like, but I'm not judging. Maybe Jose is probably giving a prediction as judges are gonna put them in that order according to their qualities, but it's more like it's not who you like the best.
Mhm.
I go with if I'm a judge, I don't give a shit for politics. I don't, I'm looking specifics. So for me, Samson would win. Yeah. I think he's just, too good, too much of everything. A second would be Hadi, because Hadi is just creating illusion and has everything. It's not the best aesthetics, but then when he opens up, there is an X-frame and V-taper and everything. Rock hard. He has proven himself, every time. I think Derek never beat him in 2023. They gave it to Derek. I don't agree with it, but okay. So I see him second. I'm putting my Becruz on the third place. Still, I've seen this update today. I uploaded on my Instagram. I don't know if you saw it.
All right.
I mean, he's in great shape. It just like I can imagine his spirits. And now, like every single day, you keep waiting. Oh,
Okay, here we got the whole lineup.
okay. I'm gonna put. So people are gonna say I'm out of my mind to put Becruz above Derek or Andrew. They would say that they're just like my bias coach talking. And now when I talk about other people, I talk about Andrew, I'm not his coach, or Hadi, I'm not his coach, or Mike the Badass, I'm not his coach. And I give them superlatives to say, oh, you're out of your fucking mind. Well, this is my opinion, and I'm stating it. So Becruz has the best body. It's like holy shit, and he looks great
So
in
when you say
poses.
best body, then You saying that Baruz's body is better than Samson's?
I mean, listen, upper body, he could have beat him a
Is
couple
that
of
a
times.
yes or no?
Yeah, it would be push. It would be look. He has a much better midsection, right?
Who?
The cruise, smaller waist, and smaller waist is visible in so many poses. So yeah, I mean, you said it yourself. 2023 Romania, you saw Becruz beating
Yeah, but
Turkey.
that was a different Samson than 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking about now. I don't
okay,
think
how much
Samson.
different? How much
I
different?
know.
So size
I
was
don't
there,
think.
right?
Okay, I don't think Baruz has the legs to beat Samson.
Yeah,
Start off right there.
and that's why I said after you said that Becruz maybe beat him 2023, I said it because of legs he didn't. So I
Yeah.
would give it to Samson.
No, I just
Yeah,
mentioned this now because you said he has the best body. Because if you don't
yeah,
have the
I'm
legs, the
telling
best
you,
upper body, you can't
it
have the
just
best.
when you see him every day just walking, moving, and you see perfect shoulders, perfect biceps, perfect triceps, back, unbelievable, super small waist. I mean, it's super impressive.
I
But
100% agree.
yeah,
It's that one thing that he just doesn't have the legs to stand next to Samson and beat him shape wise because the proportion is a little off
I,
slightly. I'm not saying he's not good enough to place top three. I just think when you compare physiques,
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna still claim
only
this,
thing
even though I'm gonna be called a biased coach. Doesn't matter. Okay, so fourth, I see Andrew, but Andrew can also win the contest. So if Jose saw Andrew and he says he's at his best, woo,
he
yeah,
said Derek is at his best. He didn't say Andrew was at his best.
No, Andrew is.
Andrew
He's
is the
got
best.
he's
I
got
mean,
things
Andrew
that
at his best can win the contest because Andrew at his best has a front double, lat spread, abs and thighs uh, that nobody can touch. Those three poses, right? And then he needs to squeak in into the. I mean, his back is tremendous if he opens up and pose like he's supposed to. The most muscular is tremendous. Yeah, you guys didn't like that version that we did at Arnold Classic. If he works on it, I mean, it's like just too much thing happening right there. If
I
he's
gotta give you this.
bigger, yeah. So anyway, I've seen him fourth, and I've seen Derek fifth. But
You
as
sure
I
are
said,
a Derek hater.
you know, he's tremendous bodybuilder. He's Mr. Olympia. And yes, yeah, I just don't think that's the best body in the world.
Hmm.
He pulls off looking great in some poses. I don't think that vacuum thing is real. So I don't look on the front relaxed with that vacuum, front double biceps with the vacuum, it's a real body. And that's why I don't judge it that way. We
Right.
all know when he blows out the air and waste comes out, and now you're looking, that's not the most symmetrical and appealing body, right?
I see
So
what you.
for that reason, I think, look, top five, it's still tremendous. And then I would have a Nick sixth. I still don't think that just sheer size and freakiness is bodybuilding. I said before, Superman beats Hulk, any day, and this is how it's going to be. I think like shapely physique should overcome. Seventh should be Martin, and Martin can move up. I mean, we haven't seen Martin, and Martin was fourth. So
Everybody's going to move up because Baruz is not going to be there.
yeah, don't say that, man, because I hope like
I put him to the side. I put him in third, but I left some space open to slide everybody up one.
uh, okay.
So
Now,
Martin, in Milos's opinion, you can still make top six.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Martin can move up. Listen, I said before, there's no way that Martin ever beats Andrew Jack. And then Martin beat Andrew Jack at Olympia, right? It's like, oh shit.
yeah.
So that's why I never say never. And I'm going to complain about this. I think that last year's Andrew Jack on Olympia stage
Oh,
was overlooked. If they really compare him and gave him a chance and kept him there, I mean, shit, he could have battled for the title. I don't care what his legs were up, his back was wide, and I mean all these tremendous poses that he does are still kind of unbeatable. Anyway, so
Eight, nine, 10.
Martin,
Carter,
Martin,
thanks. We good with the list. Okay.
where I'm at, six.
You have seventh, Martin. Yeah. Eight.
So Martin, eighth, Tonio. Goddamn. Yeah, Tonio is a super danger, I think. And I think he's improved since the Dubai. And we know that he looked tremendous in Dubai.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's eight. I know that Jose is big on Russian guy.
Vito.
Vito.
Yeah. And I mean, Tonio beat him in Brazil, right? And I don't think that he's going to beat Tonio, no way. But he has everything. Oh, yeah, I forgot also about Brandon Curry. I'm going to put the Brandon Curry next.
Ninth, Brandon.
Yeah. And
Bonac.
I know Bonac is there and Vito is there,
Look
but
how look how Jose is throwing Bonac right in your face, and he didn't even have Bonac in the top
I
10.
know.
That's why I was reminding him.
I'm going to tell you, Bonac is phenomenal for last 6, 7 shows
Hmm?
and
Yeah.
keeps improving. I never liked that shape that he brings because he doesn't have that V taper, but that density, he overpowers muscle. God damn, he could be. I'm still judging with my aesthetic, mindset, and I would put Regan at 10.
Over Vito?
I'm gonna skip on Vito. I'm gonna put the Regan in front of him.
All right.
Listen, I might be completely wrong. Then there's Jordan Hutchison that is very, very good. There's William Boniak that is very, very good. We're probably forgetting somebody else.
Well, we can only have 10 in the top 10, unfortunately.
Yeah, I give you 11. Shit.
Okay, so I'm going, okay?
Yeah.
I got Samson winning
Okay. Why?
because overall he's the best bodybuilder on that stage. If he nails it, I don't think there's anybody right now that I've seen at their best in the past that can beat that. So now I'm not saying that Derek can't come in and surprise the fuck out of me again
Yeah.
and beat him.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I just don't see it. I'm still thinking in the back of my head, this dude had 2 shows already this year. I just don't see him coming in at his all-time best after 2 shows. So, can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? I don't think so. That's why I have Samson winning. Derek in second over Nick this time because of what Jose just said. So I respect Jose's eyes and I respect his opinion, and I think that if he's really that fucking good, that he will beat Nick for sure. But I just still doubt that he beats Samson. So I got Nick in third. Why? Because I don't want him to slide down 2 spots. I haven't had him in second the last 2 weeks. I think Nick is good enough to stand next to Hardy. I just feel that Hardy will not be the crisp Hardy that we know. And that's going to hurt him if he doesn't bring the condition that we know him for. I think that's going to hurt him because he can't be as big as Nick. He can look as big, he can create an illusion, but he has to have that condition. And that's the only reason that I'm putting Nick and Hadi in fourth is because I'm just not as impressed as as I usually am when I see his pre-contest pictures or videos. So then fifth place, I'm going with fuck.
So the third is Nick and fourth is Hadi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fifth place, I got Martin.
Over Andrew again.
Yes, over Andrew again. And why? Because I hear this about Andrew every single time before he steps on stage. And then on stage, it just doesn't look like people was telling me about. It's just, it's not him, it's just his track record.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me a super believer because if he, and I tell you firsthand that I saw him even in Germany where he was off, clearly off.
Yeah.
He's an unbelievable sight to see in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
His full round muscles is just fucking unbelievable. But I don't need him to be at his best. I need him to be much better than at his best because his best will not be good enough because he still needs the hamstrings from the side. He still has some parts where I just think he's lacking just a little bit, and I don't think he had the time to fix that issue. So, therefore, I put Andrew in sixth. Guys, and just because I'm saying it don't mean it's fucking happening. I'm just fucking speculating here. Seventh, I got Urs. Eight, I have Tonio. I don't even know why I put Tonio behind Urs, but I'm just because I just have a feeling something's going to happen. Then I have Brandon, and then William for top 10. That's how I see it. But listen, we don't know, and we're going to probably see a couple more pictures before our next podcast. We'll be live from the Olympia Expo Friday afternoon. I think it's 1 o'clock or 1:30 on Friday. Friday the 10th. 1:30. We're going to do a little preview for the show. And we can talk about, of course, Classic, which we already saw by then. And yeah. And then Saturday will be even more interesting because we can talk about the prejudging that
Yeah, we never talked about the winner of your show in the Classic, the Polish guy, Piotr.
Glad you bringing him up. I think this guy can sneak into the top 5 this year.
Yes. Did you see, Jose? It's I posted on my Instagram his video. The guy is just like whatever you imagine. Like, is this for real? Like super small waist, sweeping ties, V taper, everything. And I talked to him. He actually was like majorly injured, like his spine, something like a year and a half ago. Like pretty much, yeah, like he was out. He couldn't even continue his career, and then he came back. His wife that you talked to on the stage is his coach and a nutritionist and everything. Yeah. So the
Wow.
ladies are coaches, you know.
Wow.
It's going to be the new trend. And Marlenka, she probably started this now for female coaches to start coming out.
There it is.
Out of the
But
working with.
so I've seen Mike the Badass at the gym posing, and I was super impressed. And I made a comment like, yeah, even Sibam would have a rough time with this Mike, right? And then some idiots are jumping in and it's like, oh, you know what you're talking about, you idiot, blah blah blah. I said, Sibam had a hard time last year already, you know, with the mic, and this is improved mic. But then I hear like, oh, I'm hating on Ramon and on Brazilians. Like, what are you guys talking about? I love Brazilians. I love Ramon. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm much closer to Ramon than Mike.
Video of Ramon, the new things, the latest of Ramon.
No,
Dangerous, man. He's really fucking
yeah,
I'm starting to believe that he has a shot.
he does have a shot, no question. If he gets peeled beyond belief. And I don't know if you know he has to drop so much more, and then when he's dropping, then he lose that condition.
He's very close. This
Yeah.
is the closest he's ever been at 2 weeks out.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't
I,
love?
I like what we're hearing here, though.
Yeah. He doesn't have much to go. I
Oh,
think
so you
he's
saw
like,
him too?
yeah.
Hey, come on, Jose, you have a hands-on,
Yeah.
you know.
I saw pictures.
For me,
One
it's
of them
good
was
enough to hear what he has
absolutely
to say.
mind blowing.
Yeah, I think that Ramon will be Mike's biggest threat, and
Yeah.
if Ramon comes in at his all-time best, and the video that I saw him, I mean, his back's improved, his
Yeah.
lines is fucking classic as fuck. Not the V-taper of Mike, but the classic fucking lines.
Yeah.
He's tall. Here we go again with the height.
Yeah.
He has everything that can. For me, he's a guy other than Mike that can take classic and ride with it.
If he tweaks a couple of poses, still like poses a little funny on certain things, but
But
That's
mean,
you,
his
that's the-
problem. It's posing.
is that, do you
Yeah.
see him pose in front of you?
yes,
Why
last
don't
year I
you-
did.
Why don't you correct him?
I tried. It's some
Sometimes
people,
Yeah, I hear you. I know exactly what you mean. It's so obvious to us, but it's not comfortable for them, and that they can't hit it.
right?
Then I
Like
give up, because
all I want him to do is lift his elbows just a hair from
uh-huh,
here to here
uh-huh.
in both the front and rear double, and it'll look so much better.
There you go. Ramon,
It's a simple fix.
yeah.
But
Because Mike doesn't have a great biceps, doesn't have a great arms, right?
nobody poses magically.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a great poser.
yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Then Jose Munoz
And
from
Jose Mar doesn't have the physique to
yeah,
beat these guys.
I mean, he's
He just
beyond
has
good.
genetics that are crazy condition. Like
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen anyone that hard.
That's why, yeah, I don't think he can crack the top three. I think Logan will beat him.
I mean, yeah, Logan has a very good
It's just,
chance.
I
Terrence
like
has a very good chance.
the condition that Jose is bringing is it makes everybody else look soft. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are, what condition you're in. You stand next to this guy, you're going to get exposed. That there's another level of conditioning. But his shape is not classic enough for him to
Not
beat.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's a little pointy. Something's off. Like
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a little bit more sweep, and yeah.
Can he fix that? Probably can, because how old is he? What, 26?
23.
23.
Oh,
How can you have that kind of quality at 23 years old?
I don't know. It's crazy.
I think it's coming on Sunday. I'm gonna see him pose. Maybe, you can create a little bit angles and create your waist look smaller, especially for classic,
Yeah.
So, and
So-
maybe you can bend the knees and, externally rotate to get a little bit more sweep on the, quads, shit like this. Yeah. But,
I think it's going to be a three-man fight with Terrence, Ramon, and Mike.
yeah.
I think that this guy from England is going to be up there somewhere. Logan, 100%. See, I never had Logan in the top 6 any Olympia before that, but this time with him winning the Arnold, not the Arnold, but him placing second at the Arnold, and with him winning this, what was it, in Florida?
Yeah.
I think he's going to come in at his best, and he's classic times 3. Starts by the way he poses, the way he moves. That's what you want to see when you think of classic. Same with
And
Terrence.
he's a big, tall guy.
Yes. So I think that Logan will beat this guy Josema because they both have similar stature, but Logan is just a little more proportionate, with the lower half being, more sweep compared to Josema.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I don't know if something's changed since Pittsburgh, but that's why he lost to Terrence in Pittsburgh, because it's not all about how hard you are, because you have to have that kind of shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
You seen the comment of Lee Haney calling Keon the best bodybuilder today? It's Excalibur.
I don't have an issue with that.
Me either.
I don't
How
have
can
an
you
issue.
argue it?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that, and I can't wait to see him get on stage in Prague
Mhm.
and blow Chriso away.
Yeah.
Even Chriso is 100 pounds more than him, probably.
Yeah. He doesn't have the same shape.
Maybe not 100, but at least 50 or 60. Say what?
He doesn't have the shape to beat
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Pierce and Keon.
Killer body parts, chest, shoulders, arms, fucking unbelievable. But that's it. There's nothing else that stands out to me, and that's a problem.
And his weakness is Keon's strength, the lats.
Exactly.
And it's not like Keon's arms suck. He's got good arms.
Here, it's that part here that throws me off. Even when he's relaxed, it throws me off completely. I said,
The long torso.
It's just
not super small.
Something's wrong. He's impressive, but I mean, yeah. You stand next to the best physiques on stage, then you're going to get exposed. That's just the way I see it. I don't know who else is doing it, but maybe Urs is jumping in, and probably some of the guys from the Olympia is going to go. They're going to go to Prague.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a stacked show because
Yeah.
it's a kind of show that you finish the season with. It's a big old thing. Yeah,
Yeah, but
It's a great trip. Beautiful city.
yeah,
I recommend everyone to go.
Last year it was a killer because of Chris Bumstead. So
yeah.
this year there's no Chris Bumstead. So it's going to be someone else, who's going to sell the tickets. Last year, I remember when they announced Chris Bumstead, they sold all tickets in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Literally.
when Keon is entering, a lot of open guys are not gonna do it.
You know what? And you're probably right. There's a lot of guys
Yeah.
like, the last thing I want to do is get beat by a 212er.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how people think, and I don't want to name no names because I don't really know who it's going to be, but there's going to be a couple of guys thinking, he's there. I don't need to go there. For what?
Yeah.
You go there for second place. God damn it. What's wrong with second place? They can
Yeah.
talk about second place. Quinton, I had to text Quinton the other day. Well, yesterday, 2 days ago, Sunday. I said, man, how you doing, champ? I mean, I haven't heard from you. Shit, yeah, I'm good, man. I said, you shutting it down? He said, yeah, I'm shutting it down, man. I said, I'm gonna come back next year and I'm gonna make this. I said, yeah, man. I mean, I understand because I would have probably shut it down too.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, champ, I just wanted to just let you know I still got your fucking 9,000 prize money here, and let me know if you want it.
He didn't ask
He
for
didn't
it?
ask me. Oh.
Oh,
shit.
I was
that is
like,
good.
man, I mean, if you don't need it, I mean, shit, I can keep it, no big deal.
Wow.
I had to literally remind him that I still got his prize money because I had checks for everybody for after the show, but I forgot, which is my fault at the meeting to tell the athletes, anybody who was in the prize money, make sure you come to the table with the computer after the show so you can get your check. And so he didn't pick up his check.
Wow.
And 2 weeks later, he still didn't ask me for the money. Like, hey,
He must
because it's
not need it.
9,000 second place.
Good for him.
Yeah, yeah. So of course I PayPal'd him on Sunday. I felt stabbed me right in my heart Sunday morning for breakfast. It said 9,000.
Yeah, that sucks. But good for him.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I will see you all in Vegas.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring you a
Can't
box.
wait.
Yeah. Bring me a box.
And figure that shit out, man. This shit is, I don't know what's wrong with that thing.
You're supposed to call somebody and fix it for me
I
because
did. I called that guy. That guy was talking out of his ass and couldn't fix it either, huh?
like you guys speak that language, like it's so easy for you, goddamn. For me, it's like a different language. But anyway, all
I'm
right.
gonna try one more time. Maybe something changed.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Other than that, I'll see you guys in Vegas
All right, boys.
next week. Y'all be
Peace out.
safe.